So now, yeah, I'm speaking on the Tank Davis and the Devin Haney sparring match that was in the gym. And when I actually broke that film down and I saw Tank Davis and Devin Haney in the gym, I seen how Floyd Mayweather had more favoritism to Devin Haney, even though they both was fighting and stuff like that. That's in the beginning when Tank first came around Floyd Mayweather. That's like when he first was coming around, and I kind of feel like Floyd Mayweather was a little jealous of him then. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, I feel like all of the guys at 135, 140. And even some of the guys that's probably fighting at 130, like Gary Russell and all of them, they jealous of Tank because the reality is he's better than y'all. He has a better skill set. He has a better frame of mind. He has a better workout. You understand what I'm saying? Tank Davis has a real street mindset. Like to go in there, if he gonna fight you, he's gonna fight you. If he gonna get off on you, he gonna get off on you. It ain't gonna be be nothing to stop that. But basically what I'm seeing now, since Tank done broke away from Floyd Mayweather and broke away from all of the the attributes of things, and now that he could become his own star and even outshine Floyd Mayweather. Even Floyd Mayweather originally said that this was the original game plan for Tank Davis, for him to outshine him and hopefully be one of the greatest boxers of all time, going to Hall of Fame. But everybody wants good for you until you have good for you, if you understand that right. Meaning everybody can wish you the best and say I want this for a person and want that for a person, but when those persons start actually getting their flowers, then they really show their true colors of who they are. People not supporting Tank because of this. Then Tank knocks somebody out, then they gonna say it was because their shoes wasn't tied right. And then when their shoes tied right, he's gonna knock them out. They're gonna be like, oh, they bought the wrong gloves to the ring. And then so on and so forth. Just like when Terrence Crawford upset Earl Spence. I didn't want to believe it. I kind of thought he was high off of weed and other type of substances and stuff like that, like not being focused, on the fight and none of that stuff. I kind of felt like Earl Spence didn't take Terrence Crawford serious at all. And Terrence Crawford, when I was looking at his training camp, he wasn't playing around. I don't even think that guy even went and got a shape up. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when you see people not giving people their flowers and their flowers is just due, especially people like Floyd Money Mayweather, you see people like Stephen A. Smith, all those different guys who have different type of things to say about Tank and Terrence Crawford, and they not being great. That is really sad, because we're witnessing boxing at its greatest, where a lot of fighters are not ducking each other. They getting in there. They having that confrontation. And good thing the Muslim brothers is stepping in. Not to say that we condone in the fighting and all that stuff, because that goes against the religion and so on. So all of this, entertainment stuff is outside of, Islam. But what I will say is now that the Muslim brothers has some type of money to put into like Amazon Prime fights and all that stuff, and help set up like a fighting circle now these guys who really want to fight each other, we can see the dream matches that we always wanted to see, like the Japanese kid at 130 that's fighting Nanaki, if that's how you say his name right. They was talking about a fight with him and Tank. I would think it'd be a good fight, because I believe the kid at 130, his power translate over to about 135, 140. But you got to remember, man, Tank is hitting like a heavyweight. I seen Tank in sparring matches. Tank in sparring matches with 154 pounders and punching on them. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that Tank wasn't getting hit. Everybody gets hit. But he had more material. He had more tools in the shed. He had more tools in the toolbox. He had too many tools, period. So it's like, when you look at a person record that's 30-0, 28 knockouts, 30 wins, Um, and he 28. He 28 years old, 29. One of those. You gotta give a man his flowers, bro, because he's been worked, like he said. He's been boxing ever since he was 7 years old. He came from out of poverty with friends of his. Absolutely. Keep on subscribing. Like, comment, subscribe and share. That's right. I appreciate you. Word. But yeah, basically what I'm saying is it's like we just got to give, Tank his just due. Like, cuz his last 5 fights, even with the Pitbull Cruz fight, they were electrifying fights. We all on the edge of our seat waiting to see if someone going to get knocked out, someone going to get dazed. And if you look what Pitbull Tank fought, and Tank kind of, that's to say that the kid isn't a slouch. You understand what I'm saying? And if we're going to pay some money to see a fight, we don't want to watch no Shakur Stevenson throw a jab and jump 30 feet back and be running around the ring. Like, we don't, this is not a karate match. We came to see people box, put them punches together. You know what I'm saying? Like, go against a little adversity and give adversity. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, I can't really agree with, a lot of people that Shakur Stevenson fans saying, Shakur did this and did that. Yeah, we from Brick City. Yeah, I'm proud of him that he getting the bag and all that stuff, but he's not marching in the line with the elite killers. He's not up there. Because if he was up there with the elite killers, this is what he'd be doing. Shakur Stevenson, Frank Martin want to fight you. Okay, just like Frank and them said, they sent him an offer, and the number that he sent Frank said it was too low. Shakur said it was a decent number. So if I was Shakur Stevenson and I had a point to prove, I would just be whooping anybody ass. I would be whooping ass as I see fit. Like, okay, what's your name? Oh, your name Frank Martin? All right, bring your ass on down, and I'll give him the money. Because it's about boosting your ratings, bro. You understand what I'm saying? And this is how low-key, that little ingredient, people don't have a lot of confidence in themselves. Tank, I see confidence. I see skill set. I see mentality. I see I see a person that's mature. I see a person who look at, because coming from Newark, New Jersey, that's how we give it up. We whoop your ass and still hang with you the same day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, bro, we bros. Like, because it ain't about nothing. So if you gonna get in there, get in there. Don't make all these excuses. Oh, he running from me. Ain't nobody running from nobody, bro. You know what I'm saying? If Tank Davis and them ain't sending you a fight offer over, then why don't you send him a fight offer and let him know, enlighten him to something that he might entertain. You know what I'm saying? Because he the big dog right now. You gotta respect that. You know what I'm saying? He the shot caller of his age bracket and everything that's going on with boxing. He's literally the face of boxing. If you talk about anybody that's boxing, even if you say Canelo Alvarez, because I believe Canelo lost fights on his resume. So, but yeah, he lost to Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, so yeah, Canelo even got losses on his resume. So, but at the same time, what I'm saying is Tank Davis, he might not be 50-0 like Floyd Mayweather is, but he's way more exciting than watching Floyd Mayweather. He has great defense. Like, instead of and I seen Floyd Mayweather counter off a jab. Like, somebody shoot a jab and he just turn the angle a little bit and return the jab. Tank knocking people out with that stuff like that. I ain't never seen Floyd Mayweather do nothing like that. I ain't never seen Zab Judah do nothing like that. I seen Manny Pacquiao catch some nice knockouts, some explosive quick speed bursts, but even Manny Pacquiao ain't entertaining like Tank Davis is. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to call a spade and give flowers where they do, especially when you're talking about good boxers. They say styles make fights, but some styles just like Frank Martin was saying, that styles make fights. But when you got in the ring, there was no style in a fight. You got styled on. You understand what I'm saying? So people got to stop running with their old head beliefs. Oh, styles make fights. This person gonna put it on him because he could jab good. What you do to one person in the fight ain't gonna work on the next person in the fight. And if you beat all of the people the same way in all your fights, just like Errol Spence, he fought one way. He whooped everybody ass fighting in that one unorthodox position, whooping their ass. And he beat all the elite fighters. And then Terrence Crawford just came and blew him out of the water. So I don't no longer want to hear that styles make fights. Because sometimes your style can hinder you in a fight. You understand what I'm saying? And that's exactly what I saw coming from Terrence Crawford. I saw his style. I saw Errol Spence style hinder him from the shots, tighter shots. And that's something that Tank Davis is. He throws shorter shots, tighter shots, like that uppercut that he hit Leo Santa Cruz with, and Frank Martin. That came from a blind side. So it's not like he just, when he losing and down on the scorecard, he just throwing a lucky uppercut and then connect. Luck is not knocking these people out. Skill is knocking these people out. Had nothing to do with luck. It's skill. So when it comes to people, putting Shakur Stevenson on Gervonta Tank Davis level, you know what I mean? We just got to see more from Shakur. We got to see Shakur in the gym. We got to see him not, fake sneak dancing and waiting for his time to shine. The time is now. So if you ain't beating people up, don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't gonna get out there and start, beating on people and making them respect your name like Tank out here doing, because Tank out here beating on people, bro. Like and if you go back and watch some of the highlights and reviews, even before he was about to knock Frank Martin out, some of the punches and jabs that he landed on Frank chin and all that stuff, it was kind of knocking him out of his comfortability. Like he got on that ropes and stayed stuck on the ropes, because I even heard him say in his interview, Frank Martin, that, oh yeah, I shouldn't have stayed stuck on the ropes like that. My coach was telling me about the ropes. Nah, why don't you just keep it real and say that punching power had you stuck on that? That's like you burning your finger on a fire. Now that you know that flame is hot, you ain't gonna go as closest to it as when you first burnt your finger. So yeah, you feeling pain. Pain is coming out of what Tank Davis is giving out of both of his left and right hands. So that's what kept you stuck on the ropes. The fact that he has power and that power frighten you. So ain't nothing wrong with keeping it real. It's when the guys get up here, they start capping and lying. Oh yeah, old Tank Davis, we sparred before and I got the best of him. And I literally heard Carmel Moulton say about Tank Davis that when him and Tank Davis sparred, it wasn't nothing like throwing power at each other. They was just working on speed when they were sparring. So different things are being exercised on when you go to sparring. Some sparring sessions you could just be in a ring just to learn how to turn your opponent. Like you throw a combination and turn them. You understand what I'm saying? And that's your only objective in the ring, is to get that down pack so you have that in your toolbox. Some fights could be working off counter punching. So when you in the ring, you're not boxing a person how you would box them. You just working on your counter punching strategies. So people can't be like, oh, we boxed in the gym and it went down like this and it went down like that. When you under those bright lights, that's when it's going down. And I'm going to stand on business. Again, I'm from Newark, New Jersey, Brick City. And Shakur from Newark, New Jersey, Brick City. And I got a lot of love for him because he reps my city. He's doing something that a lot of other young guys are not doing. But when you start mentioning his name with Tank Davis, and he hasn't done nothing yet to be mentioned with Tank Davis, I can't accept that. I can't accept that at all. Everybody got to put the work in, like just like Tank did. He been putting the work in since he was 7 years old. Shakur and them know this boy since before his name was all big like that. Just like Shakur said, he sparred with Tank Davis, not got him ready for one of his fights, but you sparred with him while he had a fight, basically, you know, getting different looks and feels in the ring, and that's what it was all about. Because you ain't spar him and get him ready and get the best of him like you trying to tell people. When I seen Shakur spar a lot of people like Devin Haney, other people in his gym, and I actually seen Shakur Stevenson beat them up, but I never seen him knock them down or knock them out or they just fall out the ring. I seen Tank Davis hurting people during sparring matches and stuff like that. I seen people really getting hurt and they get hit just like Teofimo Lopez. When I watched Tank Davis spar with Teofimo Lopez, I watched Tank destroy Teofimo. Like, it started off with exchange back and forth, and then just like how he fought Frank Martin, after he spent about 3, 4, 5 rounds collecting data, he started closing things down like a robot. Okay, he gonna step this way, I'm gonna throw this, boom. Oh, okay, as soon as he move forward and step back, I'm gonna throw that, bang. And as soon as he put his guard down a little bit, I'm gonna slide in there with this, boom. It's just the IQ that I see Tank operating on is just way more than what he's getting credit for. And what we gonna do, what we not gonna do in the boxing world is start running around with all this cap. Just like everybody fought. Just like Adrian Broner, he my man. He fought the kid that he just fought recently. Guy knocked him out, knocked his tooth out his mouth. You gotta admit, Adrian Broner, your heart ain't in the boxing no more, bro. Your mind ain't in the boxing no more. Your focus ain't in the boxing. You still chasing stardom. That's why you having all of them problems in your fight match, bro. And I'm not being biased or nothing or being unfair with what I'm seeing or what I'm saying. I'm calling things like it is. I'm calling things exactly the way it is because somebody has to do this. You know what I'm saying? Everybody getting in these things like, oh yeah, Shakur Stevenson deserves this. Oh, Frank Martin deserves that. Pitbull Cruz deserves another shot. I really feel like Tank shouldn't give nobody another shot. You know why? Because after he climbed that mountain on the look down, that's y'all took those losses. He didn't take those losses, y'all did. So why should he feel obligated to run it back with y'all, even though he don't mind running it back with y'all? I don't want to see it. I want to see him move on. I want to see newer competition come around. You know what I'm saying? Like a Shakur Stevenson fight and Tank Davidson fight. And if somebody want to comment something, saying something that I don't know, they can say it. But I don't believe. Oh, okay. But I don't believe. I don't believe Tank. I don't believe Tank should give any one of these guys a rematch, another shot at the title, or nothing. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I think Tank. You know, because everybody big on, oh yeah, he had all of the belts and all of that. I would like to see Tank hold all of the belts in the division and all of that stuff. But more importantly, just like Tank and Terrence Crawford, they both don't have no losses. Terrence Crawford, 2-time world champion and undisputed in 2 different weight classes. Gervonta Davis is a champion in 3 divisions. And I believe that both of their attributes is pretty decent. They don't need to go above and beyond anything more than that. If anything else going to go on above and beyond more than that, somebody else has to bring more to the table for them, so it make it worth their while. You understand what I'm saying? But my whole thing is about this live and stuff is what I'm really saying is that Shakur Stevenson is not ready for Tank. Frank Martin got in there and thought he was going to get by with learning, because I guess what he acquired along the way was a good jab, and he really has a good jab. Not going to take that from Frank Martin. And then he learned how to turn the boxers, like get them while he boxing, get them to turn their feet and turn them a different type of way while he boxing. But at the same time, none of that stuff saved him in the ring. He tried all of those antics and just like when you was I don't know if any of you guys ever saw 300, the movie. You had the 300 people, the men. You had the 300 men that was like that, and then you had other fighters who was teapots and ring holders and weapon carriers. Like, y'all don't count for nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So when the war is on, it's going to be the people on the front line, and then it's going to be the people that's next to the front line going to get swords to get polished up so they could bring it to whoever it is. Copy that. But the way that I feel is I don't feel as though Tank Davis should give any of those guys rematches. I don't feel Tank Davis should I don't think Tank Davis should have any pity for any of those guys. I don't think he should have a rematch with this person or that person because of different type of circumstances. I just believe Tank need better competition. And y'all should agree with that much because he's wiping the division out. He's hitting people with one punches and a fight is over with. So it's like you gotta get a man his flowers at some point. You know what I mean? You gotta get a man his flowers at some point. Tank Davis is the most elite fighter right now in boxing. Him and Terrence Crawford and the Japanese Chinese dude at 130. Enoch, however you say his name. I haven't really learned how to say his name yet. I didn't get familiarized with his name yet. But like I'm saying, man, Tank is the best. Tank is a good fighter. Tank is a good, strong fighter. Yeah, but Tank Davis is a phenomenal fighter. He works extremely hard. Despite stop my machine because it's making a lot of noise. I need to say this. Despite him going through a lot of, trials and tribulations outside the ring, he remained tranquil. He remained focused. He came back home. He had a little ring rust when he got in the ring with Frank Martin. And it really showed how Tank is able, his brain is able to process and think under pressure. So what I saw with him and Frank Martin and, Shakur Stevenson and them saying he a C+ fighter and all that stuff, that's cap. That's all the way cap. A C+ fighter doesn't have a record like Frank Martin had. Now, what Shakur Stevenson need to be saying is, what he need to be saying is what's his name? The other kid, Keyshawn Davis. Now, Keyshawn Davis, that would be an entertaining fight because that's Tank Davis' man. But Keyshawn Davis would be a better fight with Tank Davis because Keyshawn Davis he's not scared to go out there and get into some shit. You heard? But Shakur Stevenson, he'll never be that guy because he don't want to get touched. And even when we used to have martial arts class when I was younger, it will always be those type of guys who will be scared to get hit. They would be the master at beating people in points, but they can't. When it came to like a real full contact fight, they get knocked out, beat up, cry, run out the ring, all type of stuff. So it's like. Like you know what I mean? You gotta take everything with a grain of salt. but also some people don't deserve the grain of salt. You get what I'm saying? Like when you throw salt on Tank name, and it's not coming from me being just a Tank fan either. I became a Tank fan because he earned me to be a Tank fan. He showed me that he's the best guy out there right now. So I would want to rock with him. I would want to rock out with him. I like to see Tank at his training camps, working on speed, working on push-ups, running up steps. Tank work hard, bro, and he don't get enough credit for it. And I think the only person that's really calling it like it really is and really telling the whole truth about Tank, the only people is, I'm going to give it to Leonard Ellaby, Calvin Ford, his other coach, and Gervonta Tank Davis. You know what I mean? Because I even seen Adrian Broner dumb certain things down with Tank. Not saying that he didn't have his back, but I seen him dumb certain things down that shouldn't have been dumbed down. I seen certain things dumbed down that shouldn't have been dumbed down. That was dumbed down with Tank, and as him being a friend, that stuff shouldn't have never been like that. You know what I'm saying? If Tank like that, you gotta give him his flowers, bro. You gotta give him his flowers, and then all of the fans gotta stop out there. You know what I'm saying? Like acting like all of the fans out there gotta stop acting like, you know what I'm saying? Like Tank not really out there giving the business to these guys. Like he beating these guys bad. You know what I'm saying? Like he beating these guys bad. And every time he knocks somebody else out, all they gotta say is he wouldn't have did that, that's all right, dog. He wouldn't have did that. Just like Terrence Crawford. Every time Terrence Crawford beat somebody, he was like he wasn't going to do this. The only time I was in denial about Terrence Crawford is when he fought my boy Earl Spence. Hello, how you feeling, mamita? All right, enjoying the day. But yeah, like I was saying, you know what I'm saying? Earl Spence. Earl Spence was one of my favorite guys and stuff, but you know, I was in a little bit of denial about Terrence Bud Crawford beating him, even though Terrence Bud Crawford had all of the tools in the toolbox. I still ain't look at that because I was riding with my dog Earl Spence. Earl Spence and Tank Davis is my favorite fighters. And Floyd Mayweather. I love Floyd Mayweather, but even nowadays, Floyd Mayweather doing a lot of hating. I don't like to see older men hate on younger dudes. They kind of make older men seem like they washed up a little bit, and we not washed up. We actually like that. We get the best advice. We keep it real. I never know when it became cool for old heads to be telling lies and, you know, sneak dissing on one another. Old school old heads shouldn't even become from that type of cloth. Like I said, you gotta call a spade a spade. Gervonta Tank Davis is a real dog. We can't take that from him. We can't take none of that stuff from him. Just like Terrence Crawford. Even Clarissa Shields. Clarissa Shields, she get on my nerves so much because she pops a lot of shit. Like she want to get in the ring with Earl Spence, and she knows she don't want none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if she do want some of that, I would pay to see you get in the ring and get treated like a boxer. You understand what I'm saying? Like none of that, oh, because she's a woman, take it easy on her, or none of that stuff. I would love to see Clarissa Shields, just like how she said she talked down on Tank. Get in the ring and spar Tank. I bet you Tank will hurt you. I bet you Tank will hurt you. And I bet you won't hurt him. Get in the ring with Earl Spence and spar him. I bet you they'll hurt Clarissa Shields. But I'm not going to take nothing from her neither, because in the women's division, she that. Because it ain't no really competition out there to really challenge her skill set. You're getting a bunch of people in there just with some hyped up names and all that stuff. They ain't really been beating nobody or hurt nothing like that. She fighting people that's just like Devin Haney was. fighting people that really don't count, making names off of bums, getting a reputation, and that's what they do. That's why Devin Haney went out his way and became undisputed and captured all of them belts, because everybody that held the belt was simple mathematics. Anybody that was holding the belt and it was simple mathematics, he got him up. Anybody that was holding the belt and it was simple mathematics, Devin Haney and his father got the fight that they wanted to see. But Devin Haney ain't nothing like what his father is trying to market him as. Just like now, he got knocked out by Ryan Garcia. He was so embarrassed, bro, because that chin weak. And we saw that in the fight when he fought that old head before. When that old head tapped his chin and he had them wobbly legs. So we already know that Devin Haney can't take a punch. And what we know more than anything, even besides Devin Haney not being able to take a punch, like, his skill set isn't all that. You understand what I'm saying? He just getting there with certain guys that he bigger than, or he figure out a way to weight bully them, and that's what he does. He weight bullies those guys, and that's how Devin Haney was getting his wins off. Meanwhile, Shakur Stevenson, he's scraping up the bottom people in the background. Most of your reputation came from 130. You ain't did nothing at 135. You said Pitbull Cruz and them ain't interested in fighting you, so send them some more money so they could get off Tank dick. You know what I'm saying? Send them some more money so they could stop riding Tank. You know what I'm saying? Send them some more money, make it worth their while. You sitting up here like these people ducking y'all. Y'all people not out here. Y'all don't want to pay these guys to fight. Y'all like these jobs nowadays that have the best employees in the world, but don't want to give them the money for their skill set, bro. If you really standing on business as a boxer and you really want these fights, you will make these fights happen. The old heads ain't go through that back in the day. They said it was war, it was up. And that's no more than that. Like, it wasn't no 50-page indictment. No, nigga, I beat you up back in the day, and back in the day we fighting, is what it was. And then the training camp ensued. And then the fight came. And then a winner and a loser was announced. You understand what I'm saying? So we ain't got to be doing all of this dramatic stuff and all this, animated stuff for boxing and all that stuff. I really feel as though if Pitbull Cruz want to fight Tank again, Pitbull Cruz should offer Tank money this time. Instead of Tank putting out all the money and all this stuff so they could get paid. If Shakur Stevenson want to fight Tank, I feel as though he should put some bread up. You should put some bread up, because it's clearly none of y'all guys not on his star level and don't have his star power. He got celebrities coming to his fight. I'm not just celebrities, I'm talking about A1 list people that really matter. Actors, singers. Shit, Tank got the streets. Like, shit, I'm in the streets. That's all we talking about is Tank. Shit, man. And Tank really a hood dude, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why he told Frank Martin from the door, bro, you from the suburbs. All the people from the hood, even people who be like, oh, it ain't where you from, it's where you at. When you from somewhere and you're really from somewhere that really gets down to the grittiness and nittiness, you can't take that away from them. That's like my father told me before when I was a kid. And because my father was into a lot of martial arts, boxing, and all that. My father said some of his strongest fights came right from our own backyard. That was Baltimore, Philadelphia, because Baltimore and Philadelphia, those boys fight hard. And all those spots I've been in, you know, on my journeys of life, and I fell in spots with Baltimore and Philly dudes and even California dudes. They get it in. I can't speak for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But I know for a fact when it comes to talking about Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis, we gotta begin to start separating those levels. Assalamu alaikum. We gotta begin to start separating those levels with people, because Shakur Stevenson is not on Tank level, and for Shakur Stevenson to get a fight with Tank, he has to do something phenomenal. He has to do something that hey, like you know what I'm saying, to make us be like, hey, yeah, like the Bevan B. Lion Show. I can go around the world. I'm still from California. But what you saying though? Like, I ain't understanding what your comments is. But yeah, like I'm saying though, you know, I'm from Jersey, bro. Like North New Jersey. Like, we whoop ass where we from, bro. Like, you understand what I'm saying? You could Google that, check it, however you want to see it. Stolen cars, whatever it is, not to highlight nothing that stupid or nothing, but we whoop ass where we from, bro. Like, and some of our hardest fights, again, I'm going to reiterate it, was from California, Baltimore, and Philadelphia. The Bevan B. Lion Show. Yeah, you doing a lot of slashing and stuff there, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody sitting up here lying on nobody. Devin Haney can't beat Tank. Shakur can't beat Tank. So just like I'm a Earl Spence fan. And I seen Earl Spence going into the Terrence Crawford fight. I knew that he wasn't going to beat Terrence Crawford. Because one, Terrence Crawford was focused in his fighting camp. Earl Spence was doing interviews, just like a lot of these dudes now. When Tank lock in on them, they be out doing interviews, and Tank be really in the gym grinding hard. Like, him talking and being real vocal right now is the most he ever talked. And the only reason why he never really talked like that was because Floyd Mayweather and them was coaching him on things, and they was, you know, certain things you can't say when you under the guise of other people, and you're basically they money generator. So it's rules and regulations on how they do things and clauses on stuff like that. So you just can't be who your character is. So now Tank in a position now where he could be what his character is, and no matter what this hating ass dude talking about, you understand what I'm saying? Like, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, none of them not fucking with Tank, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we could put money on this in the near future. You know what I mean? We could take bets, put it up, all that stuff, bro. Like, we could meet up places, all that. I'm real, bro. Like, and I guarantee you that what you standing on and what I'm standing on, I bet you I'll be telling the truth while you living a lie. You understand what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson, I never saw him take no abuse to his body. I never saw Shakur Stevenson take no abuse, period. I never saw him use any type of defensive tactics in a fight besides jumping back and getting out of the way of people that's on his ass. And then the last fight that he had, when his so-called hand was messed up, that he hurt in sparring, even though we never seen no hospital report of his hand fractured and none of that stuff like that, the stuff that people don't say. You understand what I'm saying? And even though we never seen no hospital report or ice being on his hand, word, shout out Cat called Pepper, shout out, word. But even though we saw, you know, Tank in a lot of different adversity situations, I have yet to see Shakur in situations like that. And that's just like when Devin Haney fought Linares. Look, that old head nigga damn near knocked him out. So then you fought Ryan Garcia, a young dude that is your age and do got athleticism like you. He knocked you right out. Tank was going to knock you right out. But he didn't want to fight because his father was a troll. I wouldn't have wanted to fight neither. You know what I'm saying? No doubt, Cat Called Peppers. All love here, bro. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. Keep supporting, share the channel, bro. Because I'm bringing that unbiased content. You know, side note to this live, like, there's going to be a lot of things we're going to be talking about. We're going to get into that Young Thug stuff. We're going to get into boxing stuff. This channel has a lot of different vortex that is going to have to it. We're going to have a little jokey joke sessions. And then I'm going to have real stuff where, you know, because I train people on forklifts and reach trucks and stuff like that. But you know, that's all of that content is for a different time. But I'm just letting everyone know that I'm going to be bringing that type of content forward. So you know, anybody who is out there and struggling or whatever it is, they can literally learn a skill set from, you know, watching my channel and things that I'm showing them, and they will be guaranteed to have a job somewhere to put some type of food on your table. Like, you know, because I'm real like that. That's how I grew up. Like, don't just feed yourself, feed others. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you got a knowledge. You don't want to die with all the knowledge with you and take it with you. That's like a real terrible sin. But on another note, as far as the boxing aspects of things, copy. As far as the boxing aspects of things, you know what I'm saying? I just don't see Tank Davis. I just don't see Tank Davis needing to step down to anyone else's level. I feel as though if you're gonna come to Tank, come with yourself, promote it, come with some fans, come with some hype, come with some bread. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, Tank shouldn't have to be the one that always offer y'all guys a big bag for y'all to consider and take things into account. The man is the best in the business, and I would like to see that y'all give Tank Davis, Gervonta Tank Davis, his flowers. He's really a dog. He's really a street dude. He's not an imposter. He really in the boxing because he really changed his life. Like he said, all his friends died around him, and you see how dedicated he is. I know what that feel like. All my friends I went to high school with, majority of them in prison or they dead, bro. Like, you understand what I'm saying? And when you coming from that much adversity, you ain't got no choice but to be a star. So yeah, tap into the channel, like, comment, subscribe. This is your boy Hadi Colvin, and I'm signing out. Peace out, gang.